Under the warm afternoon sun, a serene suburban street unfolds, where life appears untouched and predictable. Anna strolls along the sidewalk, her steps light and carefree, her world tuned to the rhythm of her earbuds. Each bird's song and sunbeam paints a portrait of perfect tranquility, a world where shadows dare not intrude. The simplicity of the setting is almost a dream, a canvas of ordinary moments woven into something idyllic. The air is filled with the gentle sounds of chirping birds, a perfect harmony that accentuates the peacefulness of the afternoon. In this slice of suburban life, Anna continues her walk home, unaware of the disruption that awaits just around the corner. On a sun-drenched afternoon, life unfolds peacefully on Anna's street. Anna offers a friendly wave to Mr. Henderson, her neighbor. Mr. Henderson pauses from watering his garden to return Anna's warm greeting, a simple exchange of neighborly affection under the golden sunlight. The house echoes with silence, every corner radiating an unsettling emptiness. Anna's mom moves with restless energy, her anxiety palpable as she clutches the phone. Worry etches deep lines into her face, each wrinkle telling a story of mounting fear. Her voice trembles slightly as she voices her growing dread. She should have been home hours ago. Each tick of the clock amplifies the deafening silence, heightening her sense of isolation. The weight of unspoken fears hangs heavy in the air, casting a pall over the once warm home. Under the cloak of night, the woods become a stage for a tense search operation. The beams of flashlights dance erratically, each flicker a silent question in the search for answers. Search dogs, their senses heightened, lead the charge, their sharp barks puncturing the quiet. Each bark is a stark reminder of the urgency that grips the night. The air itself seems to hold its breath, thick with unspoken fears and mounting anticipation. The woods stand silent, waiting to reveal their secrets. Under the cloak of night, the search dogs suddenly stop in the heart of a silent suburban street. Their uncertain tales betray a mystery. The police officers exchange confused glances, a silent question hanging heavy in the air. One officer voices the unspoken question. The trail ends here. The suburban night holds its breath, the answer lost in the shadows. In the tranquil setting of the park, a solitary backpack sits innocently on a bench, untouched by the chaos it conceals. A police officer approaches, his observant gaze drawn to the bag's pristine condition. With deliberate care, he reaches out, ready to unveil the secrets it holds. The officer carefully lifts the backpack from the bench. His fingers trace the fabric, searching for any clue that might unravel the mystery. The bag reveals no sign of a struggle, its silence deepening the enigma. Detective Johnson stands in the sterile police station, a grim note clutched in his hand. He unfolds the note, his expression unreadable as he absorbs the stark message. The detective's gaze intensifies as he rereads the words, "Don't look for me. I'll be fine." A shadow of concern crosses Detective Johnson's face as he contemplates the chilling message. He lowers the note slightly, his mind racing with the implications of Anna's words. Detective Johnson clutches the note tighter, a silent vow forming in his mind to find Anna. In the sterile confines of the forensics lab, a handwriting analyst pores over a microscope, the fluorescent lights casting a cold glow. Samples labeled Anna lie scattered around, each stroke scrutinized under the analyst's intense gaze. The analyst leans back, a furrow in their brow, as discrepancies begin to surface. 70% match, 30% inconsistent, the analyst murmurs, the revelation hanging heavy in the air. It's like someone tried to copy her handwriting, the analyst concludes, the room's silence amplifying the unsettling discovery. Detective Johnson stands, a silhouette against the backdrop of a sprawling map, his gaze intense as he contemplates the details before him. He taps the map with the laser pointer, brow furrowed in thought. A moment of frustrated contemplation hangs in the air as Detective Johnson tries to piece together the puzzle. Detective Johnson's frustration boils over, questioning. Her phone pinged a tower 15 miles away. Why would she go there? Sunlight floods the brightly lit gas station as Detective Johnson confronts the nervous gas station clerk. The clerk shifts uncomfortably, his eyes darting around the room. "Yeah, I saw her," the gas station clerk stammers, his voice barely above a whisper. He continues, "She was with an older guy. Looked kinda scared." Detective Johnson's gaze intensifies, his expression hardening as he listens intently. The bell above the door rings as a customer enters, momentarily breaking the tension. Under the relentless sun, the mall parking lot shimmers with heat. A lone witness appears, their expression clouded with concern. The witness recounts, "She was barefoot, wandering around like she was lost." Barefoot and lost, she stumbles across the unforgiving asphalt. A lost soul wanders aimlessly through the rows of parked cars. A sense of disorientation fills the air as she searches for something or someone. In the sterile confines of the police station, Detective Johnson's intense gaze is fixed on the grainy security footage. Two separate feeds flicker side by side, each a window into a mystery. Detective Johnson leans closer, his brow furrowed in concentration as he scrutinizes the footage. The silence in the room is broken only by the hum of the monitors and the detective's mounting frustration. "Missing minutes?" Detective Johnson mutters, his voice a low growl of disbelief and growing suspicion. Detective Johnson is increasingly frustrated by the anomalies he sees. In the hushed sanctuary of the library, a librarian discovers a hidden note nestled within the pages of an old book. Her eyes scan the cryptic message, a silent revelation unfolding in the quiet of the room. A chilling whisper echoes through the library. "I can't go back." The librarian pauses, the weight of the words sinking in as she recognizes the handwriting. A haunting realization dawns. The handwriting mirrors that of the first ominous note. The mystery deepens, shrouding the library in an eerie silence as the librarian contemplates the unfolding enigma. In a thrift shop bathed in dusty sunlight, the thrift shop owner stands behind a cluttered counter. The thrift shop owner holds out a weathered journal to Detective Johnson, a silent offering of forgotten secrets. Sunlight streams through dusty windows, illuminating rows of mismatched clothing and forgotten treasures. "Found it in a donation box. Figured it might be important," the thrift shop owner says. Detective Johnson's expression hardens, taking the journal. Detective Johnson is seated at his desk, the silence broken only by the rustling of pages. He flips through Anna's journal, his expression unreadable as he delves deeper into her world. Detective Johnson's eyes widen as he discovers strange sketches of eyes, clocks, and staircases. The sketches seem to hint at a hidden reality, a world veiled in mystery and intrigue. Detective Johnson's gaze focuses on the ominous drawing, a stark symbol of impending danger. A giant X marks Anna's house, a chilling message etched in bold strokes. Detective Johnson leans in, his mind racing to decipher the hidden meaning behind the crude illustration. He murmurs, a question hanging heavy in the air. "What does this mean?" The night is still, yet unease hangs heavy as neighbors gather outside their homes. A disturbing static sound pierces the quiet, emanating from one house in particular. Shadows stretch long, distorted by the dim streetlights, adding to the growing sense of dread. Whispers travel among the neighbors, each face etched with worry and unspoken fears. The static intensifies, a stark reminder of the unknown lurking within the silent house. Inside a dimly lit home, a neighbor grips his phone, his face etched with worry. Shadows dance across his face, accentuating his furrowed brow and darting eyes. His voice trembles as he relays, "It's just static." A chilling revelation pierces the static. "And then I heard a girl crying." Fear grips him as the neighbor listens intently. Detective Johnson sits hunched over a computer, his gaze piercing through the screen. Confusion clouds his face as he traces the call logs with his finger. The lines on the screen blur as a troubling thought crosses his mind. Detective Johnson whispers in disbelief, "The calls came from her phone, but that's impossible." Detective Johnson leans back, a deep sense of unease settling over him. A year has passed. Deep in the woods, an abandoned car becomes a focal point of somber investigation. The officers move with heavy hearts, their search reflecting an air of grim acceptance. Sunlight barely penetrates the dense canopy, casting long shadows over the scene. The abandoned car sits silently, a haunting echo of unanswered questions. Inside the car, Detective Johnson's eyes light up with a flicker of hope. The worn fabric of the hoodie might be the key to unlocking the truth. His gaze intensifies, focusing on a tiny detail within the hoodie's fibers. The weight of the case rests heavily on this fragile piece of evidence. Inside the sterile environment of the forensics lab, a lab technician struggles with inconclusive results. The technician's frustration mounts, visible in the lines etched across her face. The lab technician shakes her head, a gesture of defeat in the face of uncertainty. The lab technician sighs, the weight of the inconclusive DNA test pressing down. DNA tests are inconclusive, the technician admits, her voice tinged with disappointment. The technician's grim statement echoes, "We can't confirm it's hers." Inside the cluttered evidence room, Detective Johnson battles rising frustration, his frantic search intensifying the oppressive atmosphere. He tears through stacks of files, his desperation growing with each empty box. Each fruitless moment amplifies the weight of his failure. His voice cracks with the weight of realization. It's gone. The chilling admission hangs in the air. The journal is missing. Under the veil of night, a shadowy figure moves stealthily through the dense woods, a silent observer. Police officers advance cautiously into the darkness, their flashlights cutting through the night. The figure watches from the shadows, a predator aware of its pursuers. The officers quicken their pace, closing in, but the shadowy figure has already begun to retreat. With a burst of speed, the shadowy figure vanishes into the impenetrable darkness. The police officers halt, their flashlights sweeping across the empty space where the figure once stood. At the cave's entrance, the hiker pauses, shadows stretching ominously behind him. A single shoe lies discarded near the cave's mouth, a silent, unsettling discovery. His hand trembles as he speaks into the phone. "I think I found something." Detective Johnson's voice cuts through the silence. "It's her shoe, but it looks like it was placed here recently."